blast off.
But
It's
it's
not
not
really live.
really
It's not really live.
is it,
We're
though?
recording though. We are.
Is it, though?
All of this is being saved for posterity.
Somehow that's worse than being live.
I know. This
Yeah.
call is being monitored.
Oh,
The
God.
call is coming
Quality
from inside the
assurance.
dungeon. The call is coming from inside the dungeon.
We may need to do that thing where we give
Edit
our
the video.
consent to being.
Oh yeah, where we go around and each verbally assent to being recorded.
Am I dropping frames during recording too? What?
Ooh. Is it? I mean, like you've been doing speed checks. I was gonna say, is it like your OBS or something instead of your internet? But if...
No.
I mean, you're fine on Discord.
Well, let's keep on.
Keeping on.
Keeping on. Let's do this. I want to play some D&D because I'm not going to be able to. Maybe, probably not for the next couple of weeks. So.
Okay, because he'll be in Utah.
I'll be in Utah.
I mean, internet. He will be somewhere nearby.
Maybe your internet will be
Locations
better
on
in Utah than it is.
Edit that
at
out
home.
tomorrow. Fix it in post.
I'll fix it in post.
Hey, yeah.
I'll be in
you'll be
Alaska.
redacted. I will be at home with my armed security guards.
I will be radio edit.
I miss the old radio edit. Okay. Well, guys, we are, most of us, still in the castle known as the Heart's Eclipse. You have successfully defended it. You have successfully survived the night and partied like it has never been partied before. You helped yourself to some fairly nice equipment for a lot of you off of the defeated and vanquished foes. The Lady Deloon was overjoyed and happy, and the denizens of the castle had seemed to be just full-on partying mode, expecting something different, which was a lovely, lovely thing for them who have been spent locked in eternity. I paused for a second there because I just saw the transcript finish, and it begins with Jesus Nerali. So,
It always begins with
I've
Jesus
been, I've
Nerali.
been called that
I don't know
before.
what that was. Yeah,
It's not the first time.
it's not the first time I've been called Jesus Nerali. As we mentioned, though, there's one party member who decided to visit her friend down in the stables and fell asleep there. And that sleep was nice, but when she awoke, she was no longer at Heart's Eclipse, and those of you in the castle were unable to find her.
I've
And
died, as usual.
the area that has previously been painful or difficult to look at is slightly closer to the castle's edge than it was before. And the stables where you first came in and came through is now past the edge of that uncomfortable moment or that uncomfortable feeling when you look out that way. What would you all like to do?
Shit. So no sign of Yasi.
No sign of Yasi
I
whatsoever.
probably told you guys I was going to take a nap though, so maybe
No,
I
you
hadn't
sure
figured
No,
it
you
did not.
didn't. You just
You
fucking
just left.
dipped.
You didn't do that. This is not an uncommon thing for you, but you absolutely did not. You can't
So
even fall back
Yasi's
on the I
dead.
usually tell them these things because you do
Yasi's
not.
dead for like the 4th time.
Guys, I think
that's
Yasi's dead.
Gonna be the
I think
expectation
Yasi died.
here.
When isn't she dead
Well,
at this
she
point?
hasn't been here for 5 minutes. I think she died.
I think she's dead.
Can you imagine like having this giant battle and then dying after it's over?
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, I could. I could very much imagine that exact thing.
After everything.
Now, can we tell it's the exact same day like it was prior?
Good question. I don't need you to make a roll like that because
I mean,
you
the
can tell very
question-
much that it is a different day from the
Right.
residents reacting and feeling content, but maybe slightly alarmed today.
When we look out on the battlefield, there's no bodies there, right?
No, the bodies are there. It hasn't
Oh, there.
no sign of any reset or any time jump or anything like that. The only thing that you do notice that's different is that area around the castle, where it's like your eyes just sort of like glaze past it, is like closer in than it was before.
And just for my recollection, we've never tested the boundary before, right?
Correct.
It was like hard to even look at or pay attention to before, if I remember.
Yeah, it's not like looking
Kinda
into the
diverted
void or
your
anything like
attention.
that. It's just like you're kind of slide past it, like your brain just keeps refocusing back onto the castle.
Can we attempt the same thing? I'm going to run out of the castle and just kind of look. Yep. Fuck. Sorry.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, totally fine.
You just cast a bard spell on yourself there.
Yeah. Scared the piss out of me.
He
Me
just starts
too.
playing a wake up ringtone when he gets up. Hmm. Well, that is unfortunate. And I'm gonna go down into the courtyard where we fought all the dudes, and I'm gonna check the main Death Knight guy one more time.
Okay.
Like, I want to see if he has any other. I'll get ready and do all the jazz.
Yeah, make
Nah.
another investigation check.
That's my
And I'm
strength.
assuming-
Oh wait, no, it's not.
I'm assuming we would meet up like in the main chamber or whatever, and then like it's obviously another day, so the curse isn't there. So
Correct.
my assumption would be, do we just need to leave?
That's what I was wondering is, do we need to try to test the boundary? But I would like to see if there's any other strange item or anything that we can find that might give us any more hints or clues on like what's going on with this whole scenario and the repeat and us still being held in this place.
Yeah. Well, I'll just go through my morning routines and wait to see if things like start over. I
He's doing
guess.
his one-fingered push-ups.
Yeah.
Is there any other kind, really, though?
Yeah. 16
One
on
finger and
that on that investigation check.
Just peck push-ups. Just like...
Sheer force of will.
"16 does not get you anything new here. Nothing seems to have changed. His body has not really decayed. But you don't find anything new or interesting that hasn't been already picked up or looted.
Okay. Where is my thing?
I'm going to go down by the stables where we came in.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
How far down the path are you planning to go?
Well, I'm going to play it by ear, like, or by eyeball. I'm going to go down the path. If anything feels hanky, I'm going to stop.
Okay. As you make your way down the path, you find it more and more difficult to remember why you're going down the path. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me,
Oh,
please.
shit. I'm going to do this in D&D Beyond. Whiz. Hey, it's a 19.
19? Okay, you keep going down the path. It's feeling uncomfortable as you walk towards the stables, and you seem to remember that you wanted to check it out, but you keep feeling this tug back towards the castle.
Like unfinished business.
No, like that's where you want to go.
That's where I want to be.
Yeah.
And
you find yourself kind of stressing, like
that's
focus
hanky enough.
on getting to the stables.
That's hanky enough for me. I'm gonna go back to the castle.
Okay.
And hey guys. It's weird out there.
You're like, I never want to leave this
Weird in
place. I'm
here.
just kidding.
It's weird in here, but it's weirder out there. Like,
Is that because you went out there and everywhere you go is weird?
yes.
Becomes weird. by
Yes, it
definition.
just feel like I make weird happen. But no, it's weirder.
But no, it's even
But
weirder.
no.
It's
than that.
weirder than that.
But
Hear me
like,
out.
what? Follow me, and I'm gonna walk to nearly the same position.
Okay.
I follow along
Yeah,
apparently.
I'll go along.
I'm calling you stupid bird repeatedly.
Oh yeah, I know. That's a term of affection for me now. Like, I think you mean like I'm having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Adventures with stupid bird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, you feel that?
I feel hungover.
Can you feel?
Sorry. I know it's.
Do we feel that?
Do you feel that?
Do we?
There's distant singing. So the rest of you don't necessarily feel anything unusual, unless you try and focus on the stables or try and repeat the path that Ratscratch took.
Well, yeah, I'm following him. I'm just gonna keep trying to walk like down the path, like I'm just gonna like walk away from her. It's kind of.
So you're gonna try and go past where he went to and keep going down towards the stables.
I mean, until I start feeling hinky, I guess.
This is now a new term of art, I guess. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw as well, and let's see how you do.
All right, let's see. That would be an 18.
Same thing. You can keep the focus on the stables, but you're sort of like losing the motivation to go down that way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of boring. I don't.
No. That's it. We want it. We want to leave, right?
Bored is the feeling. Is the
Yeah, but I
weirdness
mean,
the
like this
feeling?
can't be it. It's just not. I don't feel it.
Stupid bird.
But what?
Here.
You feel fine?
I feel fine.
You keep going.
Sure. I skip off away from you.
Okay.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw from you as well, then, Calla.
That would be an 8.
So
Very wise.
you have this sensation that happens. You completely forget where you're going, and you are, without realizing it, walking directly towards the castle.
I look up at the stupid bird and I say, "How much did I have to drink last night?"
A lot.
No.
Okay.
So
I think
basically
nothing
to
of
us,
this.
so to us, we see her walk out and just turn around and walk
Just
back.
like
And then-
whip right
if I'm
around.
standing on the edge and I haven't moved forward, did she just walk by me like I wasn't there?
It's not like she like sees you and is aware and is like
Right.
happy, but just is like, I'm going to the castle.
Hmm.
Like, but doesn't even. Whereas Ratscratch
Does
and
like that,
Wudao
like
had
one
this,
big step forward and
doesn't feel
pivots the
I
entire
was
way
like,
around.
this is totally
Just-
fine, like just this is where I was going the whole time.
Right.
And
You guys
your
coming?
point.
We're going back in, right? You guys coming?
Now, she's just going back. Like, is that what's running through her head right now? Is like, just go back to the castle, or not? Does she have like?
Basically,
Okay.
No.
just
other
like this is what we as a group are doing right now, is going
Yeah.
to the castle.
Going to the castle. Okay.
on, bird. Let's go.
Yeah, no, there's just nothing really. There's nothing over there. It's
A weird bird.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna follow me if you want to live. I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying to go. But I want to make sure someone sees me.
I'm
Okay,
Go.
so
fine.
you're
Maybe not.
That's why I have not entered the thing, because I'm standing there watching you as best
Okay.
as I can.
okay, so
I'm
you're like
on
I look
300
back
feet
at
away down.
Kaydren and I do like,
Okay. Make another wisdom saving throw, this time at disadvantage.
Do I have to
boo.
do anything to focus on Ratscratch watching him
Not at
walk
all.
away? Okay.
Not at all.
I can just see him continually going. Okay. I just wasn't
For-
sure because you're saying it was
For
hard to
now,
focus
no.
away.
Yeah.
Natural
Gotcha.
one.
If you shift your eyes past him to look into the distance, things might change. But if you're just watching him in front of you,
I'm just
No
trying
problem.
to watch him as he's walking to see how far he's going right now.
got it.
Which kind of eventually leads me to the distance, so that's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Natural
Yeah,
one.
but he has a natural one. Okay, so ooh, actually.
oh, I love it when a DM says
Fresh
that,
in it.
especially when it's me.
So give me 1 second.
Stupid bird.
Yay.
Come to the
Were
castle
Were
with
you
me.
walking or running?
Very determinedly walking.
Very determinately walking.
While
Okay.
walking.
Like
Milwaukee.
He's walking with gusto.
with gusto. I was humming
I hope.
Staying Alive by the Bee Gees in my head as I was walking. Just see you later.
That
You were catwalking?
turns into ow as you take 3 points of psychic damage and kind of spin on your heel and are now kind of following Calla on what is your clear objective.
This is why I went
To
to
the
sea.
castle!
Y'all are a mess.
Okay.
I walk past Kaydren like, yeah.
What up?
I don't even know if you do. They even like? They're just walking past me, right? They don't have any.
So
Like-
it's not like they just like teleport past you. Like it takes a
No,
little
I
while.
mean,
It's
it's more of
100
just, like-
feet, so you just see them kind of spin around and start walking towards you.
Yeah, just
Right,
like
but are
that's
they
what
more
I
in,
meant
like,
to
a
do.
Zombie mode, or are they just like totally normal, like nothing's wrong?
Totally normal, like
Totally
nothing's
normal,
wrong.
like nothing's wrong. Okay.
Make a. You're a couple hundred feet away. Make a perception check as you're watching.
That is something I do
Ratscratch.
have abilities in. Hooray! Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
6
Yeah, he seems fine.
seems fine.
Nothing to see here. Just a couple people going into the castle.
But they were saying that they were walking out, and then I just watched them turn around and walk back. And they haven't said anything really to me at all, and they're just walking back. So that is still kind of strange. Sorry, I'm just trying to put myself in my character's like thought processes, because we're like we
trying
did
to
say
figure
we're
out
going
what's
to
going
the
on.
boundary,
That's
and
right.
all of a sudden they're walking back to the castle. So, and they only made it out so far, and they made it. He didn't make it any further than Calla did, right? It was about in the same location, but they kind of
He
turned
made
around.
it a little bit further because he
Okay.
he dug in a little bit. And Wudao's kind of hesitating right now if I read what you said correctly.
Well, the
after
way
you
I
hit-
interpreted it is I just find it very uninteresting. So I just kind of like
That's right. Yeah.
I
Right.
walked out a bit, looked around, turned around, and came back and was like, yeah, there's nothing.
Like there's
there.
no point to going this way, sort of thing.
Just
You
kinda-
can
Oh, you
try
came
to like,
back, Wudao,
force
as
yourself.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I started walking back, towards, and I'm kind of like wherever we're kind of commingling. It's just
Gotcha.
like, it's kind of boring.
I did post a summary, a very short summary, into the channel if you guys want to see, just as a quick reminder of what happened.
Okay. I am going to attempt to walk out into the mist now and go to about as far as they do, but I want to prep a spell before I get out there.
All right, what spell are you prepping?
I'm going to prep Dispel Magic.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it on myself.
Okay.
once I get out to far enough where it says everybody said it feels weird or whatever. So
Okay. So the trigger point for this is going to be you reach that place to do it.
right, and that's when I'll release the spell.
And the target for the spell is yourself.
Myself.
Okay. All right. You walk out. Make a wisdom saving throw for me. We'll do that first, and then we'll resolve the spell effect.
Wisdom saving throw. 19.
Same effect, but you guys are very consistent about the rolls you're getting there. Where
Well,
you're like,
I have a
I
plus
can't
7 in
keep
wisdom,
walking.
so I rolled. I rolled a 12.
Really feel like I want to keep walking, but sort of like almost like muscle memory because you had decided it ahead of time. You
Right.
let go of the spell. You feel the spell trigger.
Right.
You don't feel like it
Changes
fizzled or
that.
anything like that, but you also don't feel any weights or effects on you change.
Gotcha. So it isn't. Apparently, it isn't magic or something. I will try to push a little bit further too. Why not?
Okay, so now you got to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
You're about 50 feet from the stables, which are in front of you, sort of.
And
Your eyes are starting to really like struggle. Like it's almost like you're trying very hard not to fall asleep while driving, sort of thing. Like it's very droopy, and like you kind of know what's in front of you, but you're just like, what? Why am I going this way? And like you really feel like this strong desire, like, oh shit, I have to be going the other way pretty soon, but you're not forced to.
I'll try and push it a little bit further.
Okay, one more wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
All right. Damn it. 9. 1
Same
point
effect.
under.
Same effect.
Can't make it any further.
Yeah, it's feeling uncomfortable. You're not really making progress. For those of you that are looking down at Kaydren, he's still walking away from the castle, but seems to be doing it almost in slow motion now. Like
Kind of
he's
like there's like a sandstorm like pushing against me.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's an invisible force kind of pushing you back in towards the castle.
Can I do any sort of like Arcana check or something like that?
Sure. Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Now that I'm out this far, can I like get a sense of anything that's trying to like do this kind of thing? What is that? Oh, 14.
You know, with a 14, the exact nature doesn't pop into your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have a thought as you sort of pivot on your heel a little bit and pause. Like as you stop to think, you turn and face the castle. And you think to yourself, material plane doesn't act like this when I look out. And that thought just kind of pops into your head and dissipates.
Mm.
And you're looking up at the castle thinking, this is the place I should be going.
Yeah, I'll walk back. It's fine. I'll walk back to the castle. I mean, I had a feeling we're on a different plane. I don't have anything to do, I don't have any ability to change that. Also, I'm not high enough level to be able to do anything about it.
On a whim,
Yes.
I'm going to just close my eyes
Okay.
and try to just walk in the direction, just kind of like slowly feeling my way so as to not like fall off, one of the, ledges or whatever. But I'm
Just give me a
without
very basic
actually looking
survival
at
check to make
anything.
sure you're walking in the right direction.
Yeah. there's a 13 on that.
Okay, you guys see Wudao sort of shamble down the path now. Eyes are definitely closed. He's kind of inching his way forward, and he seems to start to slowly make a turn and
It's veering.
walk back towards the castle.
I'm doing it. I think I'm doing it.
I'll put my
very
hand
much
on your
are
shoulder
getting
as you
your
walk
walking.
back to us.
I will say that does give you some very much. If you were slightly confused or concerned before, that's enough alarm where you're like, I know I didn't walk in a circle.
Yeah, it feels like my equilibrium's off.
Calla,
Very much
what
so.
if we get real drunk?
Well, if we weren't already aware, we're on another plane of existence, so whatever's controlling that.
And then try to stumble down drunk.
Yeah.
Because when you're drunk, you always go down, right?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
You want me to just put you in a barrel and roll you down the hill?
Yeah. Get a
That's
barrel.
Interesting. If there's a way that our subconscious
Put
can't
the bird in
stop
the
us
barrel.
from turning around, perhaps it would work.
Right.
But
But it's worth a shot.
But the
That's
bird-
why I might want me to put you in a barrel. And
yes,
roll you down the hill?
yes. I'm running to the castle to find an empty keg.
Like if we
I
can't
love this.
physically
I
turn
love
ourselves
this
around,
very
perhaps
stupid plan idea, but it's going to be amazing. I want to see what happens.
This is an incredibly D&D.
DM, I roll for keg.
We will beat the astral plane
I can't
Okay.
wait for it to work.
with barrels.
So you guys are going to find a keg, of which there are plenty.
Empty.
Indeed.
There are definitely, after last night, plenty of empty ones as well.
Okay. I drag an empty keg out.
Throw you
Okay.
a glass that is full first, and I'm like, wait.
Oh.
First. Chuck.
Yeah. Two of them.
Okay.
And then I drag the empty keg to the because it slopes downward, right? Like,
Sure does.
okay. And I set it next to Kaydren. I set it next to Kaydren. I look at him. I go. I just and I get in the keg.
Yep.
Okay, so first important question is just Ratscratch getting in the keg?
Is there enough room for others?
I had two people to be in the
I mean,
Fine
eventually Calla could fit in
room.
there.
I mean, I'm looking over at Calla being like, you know you want to get in that keg.
Yeah,
You know you
yeah.
want to get in that keg.
Yeah, I do.
Important question.
They both
Are you
definitely want to do
sealing
a bigger.
the keg in any way or not? Are you just
Ooh,
putting them in there?
poke some holes
I
in
mean, I
it
think
at
we need
least.
to put. We need to cover it so they don't come tumbling out. So
Yeah.
we put the top on.
Third important question, what was the alcohol you just each had a big mug of?
Why?
The first thing we found.
Because he
Uh-oh.
wants to know what to describe when they start barfing. When they.
Yeah.
I was like, uh-oh.
Was it ale?
Uh-uh.
Was it something stronger?
I feel like it might have been ale.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't need to make Constitution saving throws because, as our AI compatriots tell us consistently every week, each activity is involved drinking heavily, so one mug of ale is not going to affect
Nope,
them.
good.
Who
So
is
you feel
rolling them
better.
down the hill?
Mm. Mm.
Kaydren and I.
Zachary
together
and
probably
yeah,
could do
Zachary.
Yeah, we'll both take a side and just give them both a good push.
Put a heap ho down the hill.
Yeah. We're not gonna seal the lid so tight either that they couldn't kick it
No,
out
yeah,
either, but
keep it
it's just
fluid.
on there.
Why?
Yeah. We'll get
Let's
it
just
snug
die
and
in this barrel.
yep.
Okay. So you're both gonna push it down the hill?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna give it some gusto.
We'll give it a good head start.
Two people inside the barrel, two people outside the barrel.
Try
I
to
have no
direct it in a
concerns.
fashion to where it's not going to run immediately into something.
Okay.
As the barrel tips
we need
over
to do a strength
and
check, but we
starts
have
to
to try
roll.
to get our strength as close as possible to each other.
We're gonna
we're
prevent
talking
it from
about because it's not going to be difficult to get a rolling object on a hill, but it will be difficult to point it in the direction you want it to go. So both of you,
if we
please
get
give
it
me a
close to
strength
each
roll.
other, if we both roll the same strength, then we get it perfectly down the road. Oh, dude.
We will see what your 2 strength rolls do
I
here.
know, it's gonna be so wildly ridiculous.
Maybe not. We'll see.
Yep.
The dice will tell us.
Yeah.
We
Cool.
just started learned from being this
That would
close
be
to
an
a
18
mattress.
from me.
I got a 20. Not
Okay.
natural. Not natural.
So the 2 of you pretty evenly push it at very high speed to accelerate down the hill.
Yep.
I assume you're going to try and watch the barrel as it approaches the location
Oh,
of
for
the
sure.
stables.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
we gotta see what happens with this
Gotta
barrel.
watch my handiwork, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
make a wisdom saving throw so
Damn
that
it.
I can describe whether or not you see what's about to occur.
Ooh, that's not good. That's a 5.
16.
Wudao, fortunately or unfortunately, as you follow the barrel, you realize that it is so boring and is not important, and turn around.
Oh, okay.
Kaydren, you see something incredibly bizarre happen, and it's just enough to keep your interest. As the barrel accelerates at top speed towards the location of the stables, and it becomes difficult to look at, there's sort of a haze in the air, like a heat shimmer. Inside the barrel, located on your hip, Ratscratch,
Yeah.
as you and Calla are tumbled and spun about in a very uncomfortable, yet slightly nostalgic feeling for the 2 of you.
I'm bracing against the edge of the barrel, but also like I'm holding Calla tight because her skull keeps bashing into mine. I'm like, just
Terrible.
It's awful.
it's terrible.
In this terrible
in my
situation which
face.
you're experiencing,
Please.
delays you noticing what would have been obvious much sooner if you had been stable, which is something on your hip feels horrible.
Mm.
And you become intensely aware, too late, of the bag you picked up,
Okay, yeah.
which is ripping itself apart,
Oh,
and the matter around it,
oh no.
as it is disgorging its contents
What?
into the barrel
Did
as it reaches the edge of this
Oh.
planar environment.
my bag of holding?
The interaction between the 2 is horrific.
It was holding a lot of things, wasn't it?
The
Did the barrel just
barrel
like fucking burst?
seems to explode outward.
That checks out.
Yeah.
There is a flash of color. There is explosion. There is nothingness. As the barrel, Calla, Ratscratch, the explosion, the suits of armor and other objects that
Oh, shit.
played outward all seem to dissipate as they go past where the stable was. In its place is a small, swirling blackness.
Cool.
What did you do?
Cool.
What the hell did
Did we just put a bag of holding in a portable hole or vice versa? Like that's world-ending scenario.
Fine.
It's not quite that bad, but I would not have done that.
I only thought that happened if you turned him inside out or something.
Did I rip it?
If you place 2 planar objects inside of each other, or you break the boundaries of a planar object with another planar object, you can have some very unintended consequences.
Oh, I didn't know that was even a thing. All right.
Seems
Yeah,
fine.
there's a famous scenario where you put a bag of holding in a portable hole or vice versa, and they like divide by 0, and it can actually like destroy, like it's like a WMD. It's terrible.
Oh,
And you made one inside a barrel.
so we just
Well,
atomized
Interesting.
Ratscratch and Calla. Great.
BBD.
Seems fine.
This is how I
So
wanted to
there's
go
just
out.
a black void now sitting out there in the
Wait,
nothing.
This is
There's
how
there's a rent in space in front of you. Yes.
this is
I
how
think we did
Ratscratch
something
wanted to go
terrible,
out.
Wudao. We pushed the
He-
barrel way
As
too
he's-
hard.
Yeah,
As
that
you
was
say
not-
that to it now, he's calmly looking at the
Yeah, I'm
castle
just
next to you.
Yeah, you might want to turn
Taking in the
around and
sunrise.
and see what we have wrought. Apparently, we pushed the barrel so hard it ripped space and time.
Oh man, these.
Because I don't really know. Did I know he had some weird bag? Did we even see that happen?
I don't think we knew about that.
Nobody knew about it except for me. I picked up a bag of
We
holding.
didn't. Yeah, because you might have picked up a bag. I didn't know it had magical properties or anything like that. So
This is why you don't keep secrets.
I tested it briefly the last session. Like I put some like lint in it and I pulled it out.
But I don't think I was there.
No, I
that
didn't.
was
I
on
didn't
your
tell
own.
anybody about it.
You probably could have told Calla before you let her climb into a barrel with you, but it's fine.
I didn't know it was a bag of holding at the time.
Nor did he know. Well, I did say we were on another plane of existence, so you did have that piece of information.
But I didn't know it was a bag of holding.
Fine.
It's all right. You can haunt me.
Well, now I have more questions than I have answers. But on top of that, I'm like, did we just make a way out or not? I have no idea, because now there is a hole over there.
Where did they go?
I'll point towards the giant black void.
Can I even see it?
Is it
As you
interesting?
turn around and look, you can see it clearly.
Oh.
It doesn't have the same effect. The plane itself seems to be rent in that spot.
Do you think? I'm gonna run for it.
Oh Jesus!
I'm gonna make like a running and leap, try to like leap into this hole that they've made.
Okay.
Yeah, it's happening.
Oh no! Don't do. Okay.
I think they made it. I think they did it.
I mean, he did it faster than I could even react because I was going to be like, no, but he's like, I'm doing it. And I'm like,
No,
can't
don't.
stop him.
Stop.
Into a
Yeah,
barrel
no, don't
and
stop.
rolled himself down.
Can I do an
For
intelligence
all I
check
know,
real
I'm
quick
gonna
to
turn around
see?
and jump right into you.
Or
but-
give me
Let
an
me-
intelligence check. Are you sure? I am okay.
Let me do an intelligence check to
I
see
mean,
if
it
we need
was
to, like,
obviously
well,
now I'm not, but Wudao is.
It would
Okay.
be no. This is for Kaydren to make a decision. Do I need to actually stop him or not? Because I don't really. This is kind of even getting out of my realm of understanding, right? So it's kind of more of a. Do I just have a bad feeling about this? And it's like, would I do that or not? I don't
I
know.
mean, to me, I'm thinking they made a planar rift and we can get the fuck out. That's what Wudao was thinking. So.
Yeah, but I don't really know enough about the plane, so I'm hesitant about it because, like,
I
I
don't know
like
shit
this
about
otherworldly shit. I mean, you're the one that made a deal with the devil. I can see why you would be
Yeah,
like, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. I'll let him go. I didn't make the deal with the devil either, so whatever.
Okay. You don't have to roll anything. Nothing is going to
okay.
stop you as you run and sprint into the blackness.
Y'all, it's like the most
by
epic
the
Literally
Irish.
exploding
jumping in.
barrel.
Yeah.
This is like the biggest Irish goodbye ever. Is that what it is when you like don't say bye and you're just like deuces, save your
Oh, I just watched
entire
Wudao just
kingdom.
yeet himself
Bye.
into nothingness.
To be
Correct.
fair, I
Yeah.
looked at Kaydren and go, you know, I think, and then I just ran for it. Yeah.
No, I know. Then that's why I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Kaydren. Wudao disappears into the blackness.
Yeah.
Kaydren, you're alone.
You
It's
are
alone.
left standing alone in the Heart's Eclipse.
What's
You
new?
have peace and quiet for the first.
Oh, thank God, they're all gone. Oh, I thought it never happened.
This is actually great.
It's like when
and
you
they
have
take some
guests in your
notes,
house
take
and they
notes.
just never leave, and then they finally leave, and you're just like, ah.
Actually, I was gonna walk back up to the castle.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with you, Kaydren.
Yeah.
We're gonna resolve what happened to
Yeah, I'm
your
gonna.
party members after we figure out what you're going to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk back up to the castle,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go walk right up to Lady Delune,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna say, I think it's time to let all this place go.
Okay. She looks at you strangely. Roll a persuasion check.
It's high.
Okay.
Ooh.
My persuasion.
high?
24.
You sense that there was like an immediate bristling and almost outrage at the suggestion as you started to talk. Shoulders tensed up, ready to argue, ready to scream, and then sort of a sigh of not defeat, but acceptance or release. Perhaps, young warrior, you were right. It feels unfair, having finally regained my castle, but perhaps it was lost forever long ago, and we cling only to that memory. What do you suggest?
It's time to let these people go back to the places where they belong. If it is the memory that you still seek, find the things that you truly did love about this place and cherish them always. But to live the memory forever, it's just not worth it. Sometimes it's best to move to
Make an insight check. Or make an intelligence check, one of the two.
I think they're the same.
I
Oh
think
no,
insight's
insight way
wisdom.
better.
Yeah.
Oh, your stats. Duh.
Insight's basically
19.
You sense that she's very much compliant and happy to help
Right.
with you, but is primarily looking to you for answers. Like she's kind of expectant or like confused but willing. So she may want to, but doesn't know how.
Ah. Did you use an item to create this place?
No, I cried out in desperation, and a vampire lord helped me make a pact with his deity. But that is where we were cursed as well. If you remember, she had previously told you that in the moment where they were betrayed, she cried
That's
for
what
help,
created
but
this
was
place.
sort of cursed as well to experience the badness over and over again.
Right.
So you've broken the bad part of it,
Mm-hmm.
but she's still a vampire and she's still
Right.
in the circumstance. It seems to be broken in some sense, like beyond just the repeating night of slaughter and carnage. There seems to be obviously the big rent you just made in the edge of it, but also the shrinking seems to suggest that something is happening that is unraveling.
Right. And you've noticed the encroaching fog now too as well, correct? You've known the bounds of this place for who knows how long.
When you mention that to her, you see a momentary flicker of recognition and then sort of a like it's gone. With that previous insight, you have a pretty good read on her, and you have the sensation that she does not see or recognize that boundary edge.
Gotcha. Well, I will say
Make an
this
intelligence
place,
check because you had the insight before about
yeah.
the potential planar issue.
Intelligence check.
Mhm.
11.
You don't know for sure, but you get just kind of the vague sense that the same way that the area around is sort of created for or holding them in this, that the world around in the castle itself and probably the people within the castle are all being and are a part of this thing, that you are
Right.
the outsider to it.
Correct. But I'm trying to figure out a way to remove these
Mhm.
people from that situation. Right.
But but you get the sense that maybe they're not separate from but are a part of.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. The only issue being is like what happens when the mist encroaches and they just all vanish or whatever. Like
Good question.
that's kind of a downer.
A very
So
good question.
I'm just trying to figure out what would the next step of that be. It might be worth calling out to that deity once again and see if you can make a new arrangement.
There's a moment of fear. We once tried to request release from our torment. The agony that he inflicted was horrific for asking. I can bring him here now, but I fear what would happen to you if I did.
Take
Death
the
by
rift.
Vampire Lord.
Take
Let's
the
see what we
rift.
got.
Roll, bear, roll.
Bear roll roll.
Yeah. No need for that. I guess we can try the other plan. Let's all run
Yeah,
down to
that's
the
fine.
rift thing, and we're gonna jump through that shit.
Are
Okay.
you taking all
Let's
the
see if we
guests
could
with you?
frickin' dodge this bullet for you then, because it's the only way I can think about doing it.
So your idea is to bring everybody from the castle and direct them through the
Yeah.
rift? Okay.
My only other thought was, we could have tried to have either A, made a deal, or B, they could strike up a new deal, but they would still be beholden to the dude. But I don't know. I don't really have many other options here. Fighting a vampire god lord solo, pretty sure that's not going to go well for me. So,
Okay.
so
Make-
Blaze of Glory, why the fuck not? I don't know.
hop up on the table in the main room where everybody's sort of gathered in their post-celebration, and make a persuasion check to see if you can convince everybody that that's the right option.
Oh, hail
actually,
everybody of
make
this
it-
place.
Make it at advantage because you've already convinced the Lady Daloon, and they're still kind of leaning towards listening to what she has to say.
Yeah, we kind of rescued these fools, just saying.
Persuasion, it'll be a 16.
Okay, and that was at advantage?
That was at advantage.
Okay. So
I rolled an 8 and a 10. Not
there's
great.
some sort of like chuckling, like, what is this man talking about? Because they don't perceive that there's something
Perceive
to
the
worry about
issue,
yet.
yes.
But you certainly bought yourself goodwill enough to convince everybody. So the atmosphere of everybody going outside is like, this will be fun, and it's something new for us to do because
Let's go have
why
a
not?
picnic down by the stables. We'll ride horses and
Like,
stuff.
why
Let's
not?
go, everybody. Let's make some, what is it? The crescent sandwiches. It'll be delightful.
So
Get the hell out
the
there.
jovial nature of everybody kind of like depresses a bit when they see a black hole-ish area floating in space, which for them is just a normal part of the road. So the kind of levity there is kind of fades away, like oh yes, we'll go humor, let's go jump around in the field, kind of disappears. And like some of what you had been saying to them about this is not a great place to be lands home more fully when they're like, wait a minute, if that's there, then what else is? And you all march your way down the road. And as you step towards it, as the group steps towards it, a figure seems to step out of it towards you. And everybody pauses. As straight from what you would describe as like your stereotypical vampire lord steps out in front of you, wearing a full cape, wearing just seeming like the most calm, but very short vampire lord stops in front of you and says, looks at you, ignores everybody else. You don't get to change the terms of my bargain, though I admit it is very amusing that you found a way to try and do that.
I'm glad I didn't have to summon you so difficultly besides just walking down a road. Finally.
Oh, you were looking for me? Does that mean you were looking to make a deal with me?
Sorry, I don't make deals.
There's a pause. Ever?
Through all the times of my adventures, that's the one thing I've learned about vampires. You never make deals with them. And I'm going to cast Fireball at him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, We're gonna hold that
Escalated so quickly.
in pause for next week, as you will be definitely rolling initiative there. Wudao,
Oh, hey.
you experience what is best described as a crushing sensation.
Excellent.
Roll
Lovely.
a D100 or 2 D10s for me and let me
Yep,
know what the
yep,
score
yep.
is.
Got it. Let's see. 30 even.
30 even.
30 even.
Wudao, you take 30 points of damage.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm not dead.
What is happening?
You feel yourself stringified slightly, spaghettiified, as you're
Yeah.
pulled into what is a closing gate or rift that had opened. You
Okay.
pop out onto what seems to be the deck of a ship.
Oh.
On this deck of a ship is suits of armor, pieces of what appears to be wood, and the two unconscious forms of your compatriots, Calla and Ratscratch. You have not been knocked unconscious by the trip,
Just
and as
barely.
you sit up
Yeah.
and look over the edges of this seemingly otherwise abandoned ship, you see around you the night sky, the deep night sky. The thing is, though, as you look more at this night sky, it extends down and around and past the horizon, down and all around you, as a silver mist and sparkle crosses the ship that seems to be floating through the open void.
What in God's name is happening?
We're becoming pirates of the Astral Sea, boys. Let's
Yes, for
Yeah.
those of you that don't recognize this, that is what happens when you destroy a bag of holding, is it creates a temporary gate to the astral plane where you pop out randomly. So you caught that in time, and welcome to the astral plane, Ratscratch, Calla, and Wudao.
So you would have sent a bunch of people to an astral plane.
Well,
guess
we
it's
don't know
nice
where
that you
that would
didn't
go,
do
or we
that,
don't know what
Zach.
would happen to the damage, or where that gate might go. But
Many of them probably would have died.
it's been a very interesting session, but I think that's
What
where
is
we'll have to
hap-
stop
Talk
because
about
we've.
splitting the party. We're like in 3 different dimensions at this point, maybe.
That is correct.
Jesus,
One
that's
of
like
us
the
just
ultimate
attacked a
split.
vampire lord. The other 3 of us are now on the astral plane in the midst of destroyed chaos, and one is happily in the wizard's tower.
I kind of
Yay.
have to kill the vampire lord. It's part of my character's backstory, so I can't really
What?
not murder him.
That
so
is true. That is
Do you
correct.
know him or something? Like, did vampires
it's
kill your
unfortunate
family?
that everybody else is gone now, but that
That is
will
a
be
good
what
word
it'll
for
be.
it. That is a good word for it. Unfortunate is a
It
good word
quite
for it.
unfortunate, yes.
Jesus.
I have to do what my character would do, and it's like the vampire thing is like a big part of his fucking backstory. So I've only sang tales about it and talked about it multiple times. So
Yeah.
Seems fine.
Oh yeah, this is totally fine.
Everything's going to be totally fine.
Alright.
Given the state where the party is, so that the sessions don't become too fragmented, I expect to reach out to you over the next, because Ryan will be offline for a little while. I expect to kind of reach out to all of you to kind of get a little bit of a side story correction potentially. So just listen in or get ready for that to happen. And we might have some updates happen via text if that's the case.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is great.
I'm glad I gave you a bag of holding for you guys to immediately try and blow up the thing.
But
I feel like you
probably
could have
be the
left
one thing
it.
you
Cool
wouldn't want to
puzzle
put in an
and
alternate
save
void
from
world.
the core. Make a cool puzzle and save them. Have them save something from a big long curse. Nope. They're gonna blow a hole in the fucking plane and shoot themselves to the astral
Like I
plane.
said, it's
And
probably
then
one
the
of the most
last guy
easy
there is going to attack
Matthew's like, oh, I made
That is
combat too
so-
easy for you guys. You don't need
That
to
is
worry about combat.
100% a D&D party ass plan. That's what that is right there.
We'll find
yeah.
a way to like mess
I was
ourselves
like,
up.
how can I save them from creating a bomb that will blow through the plane? And I realized there was nothing I could do. We will just let this happen. As you guys, good job on that strength roll to really blast the fucking plane of
Hey,
existence.
we nailed it, dude.
That's
Perfect,
what we did, man.
perfect
That's what I do.
synchronization there.
Nailed it.
I
what I
will
do.
say I did not expect you to
Perfectly.
run into the void, though. That would be
Yeah.
was the only thing like that
You are
threw
very
me off.
lucky
Even
you didn't die doing that.
mean,
That
that's a
that was
lot of
very
damage.
close to the end of Wudao.
Why didn't Sarah and
Yeah, that
Ryan
was
take that much damage?
I had 2 hit points.
They are unconscious.
We are unconscious.
Yeah.
We
Oh, so they did
took
take
that
that
much
much
you have
damage.
death saving throws. Yay! When you get back,
Uh-oh.
Possible.
because unconscious means 0 hit. It means you're dying, right?
Mhm.
Which means you have death saving throws, and your
Oh,
only healer isn't there.
No, because he's busy
Yeah,
fighting
well
a
busy.
vampire lord
Yep.
by himself.
By myself.
What's up,
Hey,
buddy?
It'll be what it'll be.
Huh?
It is what it is.
Well, what a
I'll be up
in a
dandy
few minutes,
session that
okay?
was indeed.
Yeah. Quite.
bad
Yeah,
one.
Now
Okay,
I
I'll
have
be up
to
in a
rip
minute.
up all the papers I had planned for the next few weeks
Huh?
and come up with something new.
Yeah.
So what's new? Is that not
Yeah,
what we
it's
always do?
fairly accurate, actually.
Try to plan ahead with us. I mean,
That's kind of where I'm at with my party too, because like I had set up, they're doing like kind of like a neutral party. Like they're basically a bunch of thieves and scammers. So
Nice.
it's kind of like a heist campaign.
Yeah.
So I was like giving them little missions to prepare for like the big heist. And like
Yeah.
one of them is like they're supposed to go meet this lady who has like a thing that they need, like it's like a map of the place that they're gonna heist. And like she gave them a little side quest is like, oh, you know, these guys abducted my brother. You're gonna go pull him out, and then I'll give you what you want.
Sure, yeah.
Unbeknownst to
Little
them,
quid pro quo. Sure.
it's not actually his brother. She's actually a really bad person, and this is a person that's
Oh, amazing.
he's a person that's basically in protective custody because he's going to like divulge information
You're having your
about
party
her.
accidentally
Yeah.
violate witness protection and
Yeah.
capture somebody.
So like they think they're coming in to rescue this person that's going to be murdered by like nefarious people, but actually they're going into like a government safe house to pull somebody out of witness protection.
Amazing.
It went terribly. Like I thought they're all thieves, rogues and like rangers and like illusion mages and
They can
stuff. I was
sell
like,
through it, sure. Yeah.
yeah, I was like they could pull this off without too much trouble. No, they just like one of them set the roof on fire to try to like smoke them out, and this is in a public space.
Oh
It
no.
all went terrible. And finally, at the end, they're like, "You're under arrest." Like the cops were basically like, "You're under arrest," and that's when they were like, "We're what?"
Hey, sorry to interrupt. I got a dip.
All right, see you later.